The room was bathed in the soft glow of sunset, golden streaks of light cutting through the curtains and casting long shadows across the wooden table. James sat opposite his mother, sensing from the tension in her brow that this conversation would be unlike any other. With a quiet breath, she began, "James, your father called from abroad. He wants you to leave Vietnam and work with him overseas." The words fell heavy between them, but before James could respond, her voice dropped lower, tinged with sorrow. "He also knows about Diep and Nhi. He doesn't approve. He says Diep isn't suitable for you, because of her background, because she has no parents, because she is raising a child." "He has already chosen someone else he believes is more appropriate." James froze, his chest tightening. He could almost hear his father's commanding tone, dressed up as advice but carrying the full weight of family expectation. His fists clenched until his knuckles turned pale. "You want me to abandon Diep? Abandon Nhi? Leave everything behind for some stranger he's chosen?" His voice was sharp, trembling with a fury he rarely allowed to surface. His mother's eyes softened, but she nodded reluctantly. "He believes he is protecting you." James stood abruptly, pacing the room. Images of Diep's quiet strength, her resilience, her unwavering care for Nhi flooded his mind. Nhi's laughter, bright, innocent, unburdened, echoed like a plea in his heart. "No," James said finally, his voice steady, a quiet storm rising in his chest. "He cannot decide my life. Diep and Nhi are my family. If he cannot see that, then he will lose me." His mother's eyes brimmed with pride and fear. "Are you certain? This could be a rift you may never mend." James took a deep breath, already knowing the answer. "Tell him this, Mother, if he continues to stand in my way, I will walk away." "I will take Diep and Nhi, and we will start over far from his shadow." Tears glistened in her eyes, but she placed a trembling hand on his shoulder. "I support you, always," a choice carved in the heart. Later that night, James found Diep at her fruit stall, carefully counting the day's earnings beneath the silver glow of the moon. "Diep," he called softly. She looked up, her face lighting with a gentle smile before dimming at the seriousness in his eyes. "What happened?" she asked. James hesitated, then confessed, "My father wants me to leave Vietnam, to join him abroad." "But more than that, he doesn't approve of us. He thinks you're not right for me, because of your past, because you're raising Nhi." The words struck like an arrow. Diep's smile faltered, replaced by hurt. She lowered her gaze, clutching the basket in her hands. "I see." James reached out, lifting her chin until her eyes met his. "Listen to me." "None of that matters. My father even wants to introduce me to someone else, but I refused." I told my mother, if he keeps trying to stop us, I'll cut ties. I'll leave with you and NHI to start a new life together. Diep's eyes widened in disbelief. You would give up your family for me? For us, James corrected softly. For the family we're building together. Tears welled in her eyes. I don't want to be the reason you fight with your father. You're not the reason, James said, brushing a strand of hair from her face. Love is the reason. The future we dream of is the reason. And I will protect it, no matter what. In the cool night air, beneath the moonlight, they held one another, hearts steady, bound by a love defiant and unshakable. The ultimatum hardens. The next morning, James's mother received another call. His father's voice crackled across the line, heavy with authority. Has James agreed? No, she replied firmly. He has made his choice. He will not abandon Diep or NHI. If you continue to oppose him, he will walk away. A long silence. Then, with bitterness. He would defy his own father, for a woman like her, for the woman he loves, she corrected quietly. And for the child they are raising. When the call ended, she turned to watch James laughing with NHI in the garden, Diep smiling beside them. In that moment, she understood, James's decision was not a loss. It was the beginning of a new legacy. A son's defiance, a father's silence. Days stretched on in tense silence. James replayed his father's words again and again, their weight pressing down on him. Diep, sensing his turmoil, offered quiet comfort. You are my dream, he told her one evening. You and me, with NHI, we are a family. I can't live chasing someone else's idea of happiness. But even as he spoke, doubt lingered. Would his father ever accept this? Or would the gulf between them remain forever? His mother, unwavering, tried once more. I reminded him, she told James gently, of the woman who once saved his life. That woman was Diep. I told him a father who cannot see his son's happiness is the one truly losing family. James was overcome with gratitude. A crack in the wall. Slowly, the tension began to shift. His father's calls grew longer, his words less harsh. Sometimes, silence lingered instead of anger, silence that spoke of a man wrestling with pride. Then, one morning, James's phone rang. His father's name glowed on the screen. Heart pounding, he answered. Father, a deep, weary voice replied, your mother tells me you are determined. I am, James said firmly. Diep and NHI are my family. I love them. Nothing will change that. A long sigh. She has no parents, no wealth. The world will whisper behind your back. Let them whisper, James answered. What matters is the life we build, not the gossip of strangers. Another pause. Then, softer, your mother says she saved my life. I had forgotten. I was too focused on appearances. I did not see what truly matters. James swallowed hard. I cannot promise approval immediately, his father admitted, but I will not stand in your way. Take care of them. Make sure they are truly happy. Relief surged through James like a tide. A family forged by love. When the call ended, James turned to see Diep and Nhi watching from the doorway. His eyes lit with rare joy. He won't stop us anymore, he said. Diep gasped, tears brimming. Nhi clapped her small hands in delight, sensing the joy though not fully grasping its meaning. James pulled them both into his arms, the three of them holding each other as though nothing could break their bond. That night, beneath a sky spattered with stars, the family shared a simple meal. Fresh fruit. Warm rice. Laughter that rose into the night like music. James lifted his cup. To us, he said, his voice brimming with quiet triumph. To the family we chose, and the love we fought for. Diep smiled through her tears. To love, she whispered. Nhi raised her tiny cup of water with a giggle. To family. The night deepened, their laughter carried into the darkness. And James knew, without a doubt, they had built something stronger than tradition, stronger than pride. They had built a family bound by love. Nothing, not distance, not disapproval, could ever break it.